Okay, I'm sorry guys, I've now fixed it. So that you can choose the quality you want. I'm gonna jump into the game now so that you guys can join us here as the qualifying has actually just started. So let's see here now. Okay. I think it should be good now. Just voice and everything. Looks good. Looks good. I'm just gonna have open chat here so that if anybody wants to ask me something, we can be here. So we will now jump along. So welcome. I'm sorry for the troublesome start. I just had to make sure that that you guys could choose the quality you wanted so that you can watch the race if you want. So we're gonna jump along now. I'm gonna set everything up so that you can see the track map here. I'm gonna put on some telemetry maybe. Oh no, that's not needed. And I'm gonna the best tire here for you guys. So I believe maybe for some reason we have some people on. That's probably Inters. Okay, that's not gonna be it. I believe the first people who are gonna come around here is maybe not CK7, who is in the orange car of the McLaren here. He's on his outlap as well. The first one here, I believe, is Euro, who's now gonna come across the line. Let's see now how he's doing here on his first lap here. He's gonna be the first banker for this session, and he is doing a 123.5. I believe yesterday the quickest time that the Division 1 guys were doing was a 121.5 or something like that. So that's a solid banker for tier 2 here. That's as well, Maverick as well, up with a 124.1 for P2 for now. So let's see though, I think maybe, yeah, it was Vicky who did a 130.23.4, which is a good time, which will make him the professional P1. Wrath though, jumps 0 with a 123.478. And then I believe maybe it's not Bob, but it's Irons is the next one across the line, but he's invalidated, so he needs to do another one. Bob will do a 124, I think. Yeah, 124.7, which promotes him to P5. So I'm not sure what kind of conditions we're gonna have in the race, but this is normally a one-stop strategy with a soft to medium. I believe in testing that people find out that that's the quickest one. Can do the alternative, but I think maybe that's gonna lose you a bit of time. Like if you have pace, of course you can start in the mediums, have the tire advantage on the end, but I see also there is a yellow flag of Norbiak. I think maybe you just let someone through in their hot lap. I think maybe it is, yeah, Norbiak is here, he's letting them through. Is it Irons? Okay, he's not on a hot lap because he's in the wall. R69, I think he did his first, I think he's doing his first flyer now, so let's run on board with him to see how it does. He is one of the newer guys, like the last race was his first race ever on the game. So I think maybe he's now a little more used to it, but I think also he has started to notice that the curbs in this year's games are much more unforgiving than in 2020. You can see her, okay, let's use him here now like kind of a let's say a benchmark though for what Sector 2 will usually look like on the top right here. So I believe a 51.3. Okay, so that, we know that 51.3 will give that result. So let's just see. I can't see any obvious mistakes he's done. Of course he's struggled a little bit in the high-speed chicane, but that's hard. He's hooking up this last sector very nicely. Turning a lot of speed through here. A little bit late on the accelerator, but let's see here when he comes over the line. Oh, what will this be? I think maybe it's gonna be a 124 or something here. 420. Okay, so he's okay. That's way up. 125.7. That's P6 stuff. That is. I don't think the opening lap he was hoping for, but it was what he got. It's not a bad lap considering his circumstances at all. 7 is also on a flyer here. Heinz is also on a flyer. Big bad Bush. Bush, I think is called. Let's call him Bush. He is invalidated his lap, unfortunately. Norbiak is not gonna follow through his lap, which means I believe maybe that Heinz is the first one we will see go across the line here now. And hopefully, Maverick is out of the way. That was nice. Heinz is looking good here for serious time, I think. Oh, I believe maybe I heard some contact in the rear here. Oh, there was some contact. Oh, that's not good. Heinz, though, a 1:23.6, which promotes him to P4. That's a good first lap from him. It's pretty good. CK7, though, is the next one to come across the line here. He has not set a time yet. But he is in the 1:23 flats, and he's making him the provisional pole. That's a strong lap from CK7. That's today's grid. The provisional pole from CK7. I think Buckley is the next we have here on the flyer. Or is it Euro? I am unsure if Euro's on the out lap or if he's... No, he's on a hot lap as well. Let's see here what kind of time Euro is going to set for us. He did a 1:23.5. I haven't seen much of his lap, but it seems like he's backed off because his light is flashing. So I think maybe he's doing a reset and then he's going to go for another run now. Buckley, though, has unfortunately invalidated his first attempt. Bush is on his second attempt. Ray is also on an attempt. I believe... No, he's really... He's at 90%. He's recharging for the next lap. And I believe Heinz is on his end lap. So, I believe maybe Bush and... Yeah, Bush is the only guy, I think, on an actual flyer right now. Let's see here what kind of time he's going to set. He's going to set a... It's actually on our way from some good... Actually a good time here. I think it's going to be in the 23s, maybe high 23s. Let's see here. .23.1, I stand corrected. He's taking P2. Or the final sector from him. But he has now promoted himself to P2 on his first lap. That's probably a banker he wanted. But we are in mid-session, like it's 7... I think it's 18 minutes, the entire short quali is. We're now 7 minutes in, so there is going to be a bit of track evolution, which is into play here. We are going to see now Buckley is also on his second flyer. I believe maybe Rath is also on a flyer. Vicky, Bush is on his own lap. I think maybe we should follow these two guys here. Rath is actually right behind him. They are actually toe, so to speak. What kind of time is Vicky gonna set here? So I know that when you come to this last turn here, or the last like second gear turn left here, 112 is 23 territory, and he is in there as well. As well as Rath is actually even more so, I think. I think Vicky is gonna improve on this time here, and that by some margin. He's 23 flat now, so he's he has been promoted to P1 as of now. Rath, though, I believe is going for another one maybe, because I don't think he was able to improve on his time. An old player is now on his first laps. He's on the mediums, which is an interesting choice. He's struggling a bit in the middle sector. Norbiak still set a time. It's unusual because Norbiak used to be very good in qualifying. I don't quite understand why he is not set a time yet. He must have had some issues, or maybe he has just been unfortunate and invalidated a lot of his attempts, which can quickly happen. I believe maybe this is Red on an actual attempt now. No, it's not. No. I stand corrected again. Baldal has his DRS open, so he is probably on fire. As I see another. Okay, so that's just Maverick and Wrath, and I believe maybe it's Norbiak. And I don't believe Norbiak is on a flyer, or his audio is bugged, so that he might be on a flyer. I just didn't know because it sounded like he wasn't on one. But he has recharging lights on, so I believe it maybe isn't. Let's see though. There's a bit of a gap now. So let's see here though. Wrath is gonna go for another flyer now. Bush is on his own lap, as we know. An old player has DNF'd. Has he crashed? Oh, unknown player has crashed. Ah, and it's in DNF. That's so unfortunate for him. I did see him DNF, and I just saw the yellow flag in the sector in the stationary dot, and I was like, oh, that's probably an incident. Ah, that's so unfortunate. Norbiak is actually retired. Maybe he wants to try out last first. He has the pace, though. Because I think he is in the 22, 21s, the same as Rocco and stuff in Tier 1. Norbiak just hasn't had the time to... He's unable to attend the races on the Saturdays, and that's why he's in Tier 2. But he is... he has been showing some solid pace the last races. So let's see if we can do the same thing here. Number 69 is also on the flyer here. Let's see here. So the only contenders for the flyer now is Bob. He's an in-lap. Maverick is on a flyer. Heinz is on a flyer. Let's go with Maverick. I believe he's leading the pack of flyers right about now. Let's see Maverick. He had a really solid pace in Japan in the last race. Let's see how he is around Australia. Oh no! We run on board as he loses his wheel and front wing. Will that mess up some of the other guys' lap though? Ah, so unfortunate for Maverick. Ah, that was not what he wanted. And I see car number 69. I believe he spun in the first sector as well. Heinz is the first one to arrive at the scene of the crime here. Oh, that's unfortunate for Maverick. I don't believe it held up Heinz anything on his flyer. We'll see though. So remember that 112 stamp in the top right at the last turn here, which is the 23 area. Let's see what Heinz is doing here. I believe this is in the top, definitely in the top spots here for Heinz if he just nails this last turn. Had a little bit of an oversteer moment, and that cost him ultimately more time. He did a 126.6. He like improved by 300s. That's almost nothing. Laredo is on the flyer here. 69 is off track. Buckley, though, has also invalidated this attempt. Laredo has spun again. As of CK7, all in the same spot here. Kind of a car park here in sector, in sector 1 and the transition to sector 2. So I don't believe there's many hot laps going on. I think maybe Euro is on a good flyer here. Let's see here. So once again, we're going to follow up and see on the 112 stamp top right. It's looking good so far. This is looking very good. Yeah. This is in the 23, maybe as far down as in the 22.9s here for Euro. Let's see how it is when he crosses the line here. And that is a 122.9. We call it, guys. So he gets provisional pole now. And I believe it's not that many... Oh, what's happened here? There's a big car park in the second sector here. I think there's a lot of issues here. People waiting for turns. I think maybe the time is running out here for the guys. This is the big moment of traffic here. People need to get going. There's only 152 left. I hope everybody's gonna make it now, but it's not good when you see the big like pileups as we got here. Let's run along with Vicky. He's now in P2. Can he steal back the P1 position from Euro? Let's find out. Let's run on board with him this lap. He hooks it in very nicely in the first corner here. Maybe up to 4th, down to 3rd to get the extra rotation. 6th through this one, all the way up to 7th on the exit. He's then gonna maybe shift down to 5th, 4th. Let's put on some telemetry for you guys here. Yeah, it's all the way down to 3rd actually. To really tight as possible to minimize the run down to the next turn and hook it into the 3rd gear very quickly. Oh, he runs wide though. He doesn't invalidate, so the lap's still on. Lucky for him. Usually get an invalidation if you do that. There's also a yellow flag in sector 1, which is car 69, and I think have spun. Oh, he definitely cut this. I don't think his attempt is off. He's gonna do another one and then go around for a last attempt, I think. I believe maybe Olare is not gonna make it. He's come out too late. He's not gonna make the final current call. Let's see though. Oh, Big Bad Bush! I didn't think he wasn't a flyer, but he has just stolen provisional pole with a 122.68. I see spins for us. A celebratory spin here. Ah, that's good, Bush. A good lap from Bush here. Out of nowhere, he just pulled out a 122.6. What a lap! He's now leading over Euro and Vicky. I'm unsure on who's the next guys on a flyer here. Is it CK7? Yeah, I think CK7. Yeah, this is his flyer. Let's follow him. He's going to be the lead car here. I believe it's CK7. And Buckley's going to do one. Maverick. Car 69, I think, might pit. And then Eins, I think. So let's see here. Let's run along here with CK7 for his run. And I believe maybe ahead of him. No. Ahead of him, the other... Yeah, that's all I read. He's not going to make the line, as we all know. CK7 is now... He's hooking this right in. So he doesn't get the wide exit as Vicky did on his run. Really touching the line here on the inside. Then quickly down to 7th, all the way down to 6th actually. To get the extra rotation. But he runs wide on the exit and he spins. Oh, lucky to not DNF there. Oh, that is not what he wanted for this last run here. Buckley though is on his flyer here. Let's see here what he can do. Sector 2 split, remember that was 52, was the 24. He already down to 49. So he is in the verge now of 22-23 territory here. If he just can hook up his last sector here. Oh, there's someone resting. CK7 is resting on the racing line. That's not what Buckley needed for the last sector here. Let's see here. Can he hook it up? Really nice. He's going to really carry the speed here. All the way down to 2nd. Hook it in. Try to get on the power as early as possible to really maximize the exit speed down to the line here. And he is on for a 122 here, I think. No, he's not. I'm completely stand corrected, but it's a P5 with a 123 flat, which is a strong showing here. Bob spins on the exit, and he DNFs on the exit of turn 1. Will this ruin Rath's lap? Let's see here. I think Rath might... Yeah, Rath pitting anyways. That's so unfortunate for Part 69 though. But it is a new game. It is hard, as we all know, to get used to the new game. So I believe now as Rath pits, we're gonna end the session, I think. For some reason, Buckley's... There we go. Well, that was a good job from everyone. I don't know if everybody's watching the stream or not, but good effort. It was actually a lot of good times there in the end there, like a 22s. That's what some of the tier 1 guys said yesterday. So, to have a rundown of the grid for now. We have Big Bad Bush on a P1, Euro P2, Vicky P3, DK7, Buckley on the 3rd row. And then we have Rath and Eins on the 4th, Maverick and All Irate, Bob and On Player, Car 69 and Orbiac to finish off the last guys on the grid. I believe now that well, CK7 it was a good UMP4 though. And if you know you got more pace and you with a bad lap is P4, you know you're going to be good in the race though. That's good. That's good for you though, CK. It'll be interesting to follow. Just check it. I'm just going to do a sound check on my phone, see if everything's good. Seem to be so. Alright, guys. Yeah, Static and Norbeck. It seems like he's going to do a last and first challenge here, so he'll be a man to watch here with the stream. See as he goes through the field. And also, there was a lot of I think there's going to be as long as people, I think the key here, like it's easy also to get penalties around here. I think maybe the key for the drivers here is the guys that are the quickest, but also are watching those track limits, which is really easy to get both in the chicane of 11 and 12, and also on the first turn when you really have high speed. Those are maybe the 2 points where there's the easiest to get track limits warning. So it's important to really make sure that you don't get any time penalties, because ultimately yesterday as well, the guys that had least penalties were the guys winning. So as we watch the Williams of Vicky bouncing on the track here, I believe the formation lap is on the way. Bit of a mess at that formation lap here. Oh my god, Vicky is lagging all over the place. I think maybe he has disconnected, and he has. And he's back. Let's hope that's not going to be for the race, because that's really going to put a break for the rest of the guys here. Yeah, that's a bit of a lag. That's a bit of lag if I've ever seen it. I think maybe, yeah. Vicky has some problems here. I am unsure what happened with Vicky. I'm gonna do a screenshot here so that if we need to do a restart, I don't know what happened there with the. Danny boy, I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, I don't think you can. But what we need to do is that we need to have a quickly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna send Danny boy a little message here. You guys get it inside view of the backside here. I'm alone, so I don't have any helpers here today. Okay, maybe he will join us on the stream. See? Meantime, we'll go on here. I don't understand. I don't quite understand why Vicky got a disqualification, but we'll just have to see. I've never seen that bug before. That's unusual. Yeah, Danny boy, can you check with him? Okay. So, as we are lining up on the grid here for the race start, let's see here. Bush is on the pole in the first spot here. And we have, I think we're gonna run along with CK7 here because then we maybe get an idea of how the start or the flyer is for the rest of the guys around here now. Just see here. Okay. I believe now we have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go. And that's a flying start from Euro and CK7. He is fully alongside Bush into the first corner here. Let's see. Is Bush able to defend on the outside? He is. Euro is not going to make it. And there is contact in the background here. I think maybe Bob. Oh, their Eins has crashed. Both the AlphaTauris are in trouble here. As it's wheel banging with Vicky, who is returned. But I believe he still has some had some connection issues. As we get a virtual safety car, Eins is out of the race. I am not sure what happened to him. But we will maybe see that later when he posts his I believe there maybe was some contact. I didn't manage to see, but I saw Bob was exactly. He just made the corner there, like without collecting his teammate. That's unfortunate for Eins, who was looking strong for today's race. Because he was holding that P5, P6 spot with Wrath and All-Ray. Let's see though. Can Bush keep the... It's important now for the guys, if any of you listen, to really watch that delta, that you don't exceed it on the virtual safety car. It will give you a drive-through penalty and you're out of the race after that. Giving that... Yeah, as we see, Bush got a drive-through penalty in P1. Oh, that's completely ruined the race for Bush, who's doing so well. Getting the pole position, getting an amazing defense. He needs to pit as quickly as possible. Not what he wanted. And Bush needs to pit. We will get disqualified within the next 3 laps. As he sets the fastest lap, this is the slow one. CK7 really hunting down Euro here. Let's see though, let's see a rundown of the rest here. Also, Norbiak is all the way up to P6 from last position. He is flying through the field. As Maverick did a move on All-Ray here to move up to P7. So he's following Norbiak through here. Norbiak is on the back of Wrath now, really pushing Wrath through the second sector. As you see, the predicted stop strategy, I think is wrong. I think it's going to be a soft medium. So I think you can just replace the hard there with a medium and you'll have the strategy. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and what is that? Oh no, an old player has spun. All-Ray as well is off the track. R69 as well. I see some damage on All-Ray. He has no front wing anymore. As we see, Norbiak now is pushing Wrath into turn 11 and 12 here off the chicane. Maybe trying to get in the side of the head of Wrath there. I believe maybe he got an extension, but I think it's worth it if he can get past Wrath here. Wrath is going on the outside line. Will he be able to defend from Norbiak on the inside line? And he clips Norbiak, who spins around. Oh, there was no room left there from Wrath, I think we had a similar situation yesterday with Reyes and Rocco. The exact same thing happened, and we did mention it, that it was important to leave the space there on the inside. That's not what Norbiak needed. Hopefully it didn't have damage so we can still go on. Bob, though, had a spin, unfortunately, in the exit of that corner. I do not know if he got any damage or not. As we see another yellow flag of a known player, but I think he managed to save it. CK7, though, is hunting down Buckley. And effectively now, Euro is leading the race because Big like Bush here, he needs to pit as quickly as possible or even to be able to be in the race. The earlier you can do it, the quicker we can get back to it. And I would recommend him to do it as early as possible, because if there's a safety car, that can save him. If there is a safety car and he needs to do drive-through after, it's gonna struggle. And he spins as well! Oh no, he loses his front wing, and that promotes Euro up. Oh, that's so... It's gone from bad to worse for Bush here in a matter of 3 laps. Rat, though, has now got promoted up to P4. And I believe this actually promotes Maverick up to P5, as he's now catching up to Bush at an astronomical rate here. Buckley, though, it's still within Euro's DRS. As long as Buckley can keep this, he can attack when DRS is open on the next lap. He has also been able to put CK7 out of his. And I see Bob Commisieux has DNF'd. And I believe that is, he lost it on turn 12 and hit the wall, lost the wheel. It's important for Bush now to get this drive-through done before there's a possible safety car. Norbiak, though, and Bush gets a speeding and pit lane penalty as well to top up the cherry there on the cake, I guess. Norbiak, though, is already up to P6 again after the spin, so he has done some progress here. I think he's a bit fuming after the clash with Rat there, and he is on a path of vengeance here, Norbiak. He has the pace here. He's already caught up to Maverick. Let's see how long Maverick's will be able to keep Norbiak behind, because every second that Maverick can cost Norbiak is valuable for Raz to charge up to the field there again. So let's see here. I don't think it's going to be long, because Norbiak's got an amazing exit down to turn 10, turn 8, I believe, and he's going on the outside, and he's past Maverick. Just the pace difference there in those softs from the Ferrari is incredible there to that turn there. As Buckley is actually closing up on Euro as DRS is now opened. So there, I'm sorry guys, there's so much happening. I don't have another time to talk here. As Vicky, I think Maverick had some sort of problem here. He's on the inside line here, and he's really going to the inside line here. And Maverick has been passed, but Vicky got a 3-second time penalty in the process. So let's see, I think maybe Buckley now is going to have DRS on this in the next straight. So let's see here. Is Buckley able to carry the momentum through here to the second... Oh, yeah, he is. He is really close, actually. This can be a move into the corner here. Let's see here. He tries to fake it on the inside. Oh, no! But he has done contact with Euro, and he has lost his end plate. You can see there on the left side of the screen there, there's no end plate on that Red Bull, which has completely ruined his race, meaning he needs to pit for a new wing sooner rather than later. And that's so unfortunate. Buckley was looking pacey here, as All-Ray, I believe, has spun again on 11 and 12. Let's see, though, where's the next thing going on. CK7, though, is catching up to Buckley, who is missing half his car, to be honest, because without that end plate, it's like driving on wets in the drive in this year's game. So Buckley is probably going to lose the position to CK7 through this section right here. You're going to see CK7 is going to have an amazing run and just breeze by. Buckley, though, is actually putting up a fight, surprisingly, with that damaged end plate. But that's... Oh, he has mid-contact with CK7. He did correct him, though. But that was unnecessary by Buckley to stay in the fight there. When he knew that was not his race, he should just let him by, lose as little time as possible. And it looks like CK7 has got some damage. That's probably some penalty points coming the way of Buckley there, if I'm going to be honest. Norbiak is P3. So the last of Earth dream is still alive with Norbiak, who has been flying through the field. He doesn't have done many overtakes, though. It's been more just catching up and capitalizing on the other mistakes of the other drivers. So I think this is a good time to maybe catch our breath a bit here after 6 laps. So after 6 laps, Euro is leading in P1, 4 seconds ahead of Rath, who's P2. Norbiag, who started last, who has been flying through the field and is closing the gap to Rath in P3. Then we have Vicky, who is in P4 with a 3-second time penalty. Maverick, who stayed clean and is P5. The consistency is key here with Maverick. He always capitalizes it this way. Hard 69 has had a spin, but he has been clean after that. And then we have the rest, who has been in multiple squandrels. Buckley here, who unfortunately, and I see CK7 Vienna. He was showing real pace here today. So let's see, I believe it's an own player, and it's the full safety car. And that is what the guys who's far behind needed. This completely will bench the field back together. So let's see what happened here. Yeah, CK7 hit the wall and lost his wheel there. Well, that was in the middle of the track as well. Hopefully that got cleaned up soon so it doesn't, like, disturb some of the other drivers here. So, let's put up the tires here for a little bit, because that's important here. So, this is not what Ray wanted for his strategy, because he started on the, he didn't start on the medium, because he's on the mediums now. I am unsure if he can make those last to the end. I think he can, but the pace will not be great of those. I see Norbiak has pitted for the hards, so he's definitely going to the end of those. And I see Rath on the new set of soft, which means I think maybe that's the wrong choice. I think strategy-wise, Norbiak and 69 has pulled out the masterclass here on the rest of the guys. I think the mediums, if you're going to be on the mediums, you need to utilize that pace and build as much gap as possible early if you're going to have that to the end. Because in the end stages, I believe the hards are going to be way quicker than the mediums. Let's just see head on. Let's see when everybody's pitting here. Buckley is also on the mediums. Which, to be fair, if the safety car is out for 3 laps, it's fine, I think. But they're really going to be struggling at the end, though. I think maybe the hardest to play, and I think an old player has realized this as well, that the hardest to play. I have a feeling that at the end stages of this race, we're going to see the hard runners be finishing high. And I believe maybe the guys who have gone the soft one here are going to be the guys far behind. I think the soft runner might have done the wrong strategy. We'll see though, I can be completely wrong. They can do a soft maybe. Will utilize the pace of the soft. But I think that's, if you're gonna do 2-stop, I think you gotta do a soft here. So if you've been unfortunate now and started on the soft, safety car and another set of soft, you need to go to the mediums. At that point, it would be much more smart to go to the hards here under the safety car. Let's see though, they are keeping the temperatures up. And we have Euro leading. So it's all about the safety car restart here. I have not seen if the safety car is coming in this lap, but I believe maybe it's not. So I believe it's at least another lap, maybe another one after that even. So that an own player and all Ray and the guys behind can catch up. As you see on the minimap on the bottom right, there is a gap there. I think I don't think it's gonna come in before those have closed the gap. So this here now is actually a get out of jail free card for all the guys who has had the issues, lost the wing, needed to pit an extra time. So this will bunch up the field again. So if they kind of got the incidents with themselves out of the system, like, okay, we can't do that. This might be the way they get back into the race, which is great for the back runners. As I know, this is going to be great for Bush, who has been unfortunate and got a drive through and everything. So this is maybe exactly what Bush needed. And you see Bush is actually pitted to the mediums, and if he can get those to the end, I think he's gonna do great here today. Because he has clearly shown in quality that he has the pace with the 122.6. Although I think pace-wise, I think Norbiak is the quickest about now. And I'm not sure if the quickest lap here. I don't know if you can see it on detail here. Let me check here. Oh, yeah. Can't do that. Maybe we can check the race director quickly, you guys. So let's here. I think meet the Norbiak here. 25.4, 26, 26. Okay, so I believe it's a 25.4 for Norbiak, who is the quickest on track pace, it seems. But, I think now we're only waiting for Bush to catch up to the guys here. I'm actually I'm out of breath there, guys. both of yawning. It's a Sunday and I was for a Christmas party yesterday, so I'm a bit hungover. And from the the safety car is in this lap, and the absolutely blitzing, eventful start of this race. It's been non-stop action from the first lap to now. So let's see here if Bush here is able. Oh no! Oh, Bush. Need to be careful of that. That's unfortunate for Bush. And let's see here, the restart. What's he doing? What is Euro doing? Oh, he's waiting to the last minute, and he is now gone. He is the start of this safety car, as well as Norbiak. What will he do? I don't think he will be able to do it in the first corner here. Oh, there's side-by-side action here. Car 69 and Buckley has had contact. I'm unsure what happened there, but it seemed like maybe Buckley tried a move on the inside a room. I don't think there was any gap there, but he tried anyway. Norbiak is pushing Rath, as well as Buckley on All Ray. I believe 69 has DNF'd in the middle sector. I think he has lost a wheel. I saw some contact there. I heard a contact noise, yellow flag, and then he's stationary. So that's unfortunate for corridor number 69. I don't think that was what we envisioned this was going. I'm gonna quickly now see here why Norbiak is not actually gaining as much as I thought he would. Rath and they are really keeping up on him. Buckley though is on the inside of Ray, and he gets the move done into turn 11-12. He does need to cut it a bit, but I believe maybe All Ray will now have the move back on him down into the last turns here. Let's see. Is he able to defend? No, he's not able to capitalize on that movement. So, what did you say? Regent, you want me to help? No, Static, it's fine. Let's not try to do any jump in with commentators midstream here. That's fine. So, let's see here. We have Norbiak, who is still after Rath. I think Norbiak is on the hards in the unit. You gotta remember now, Norbiak's on the hards. And Euro and Rath are on the soft. And he is able to keep up with them on the softs. Oh, he's able to keep up with them on the hards, on the soft runners here in front. So he just needs to be patient here. We'll make the soft runners drag him along. And as their tires die out and they need to pit, he can pounce. I think this is looking very, very nice for Norbiak. I think he is going to have quite the tasty end of this race here. Okay, let's see here. We're moving on to Maverick. I think he is pushing actually Vicky, but Vicky is falling off here. So the top three are running away. Maverick is actually starting to push Vicky around. Buckley is moving. I think Buckley is kind of pushing Maverick into Vicky here. Either Maverick needs to overtake Vicky at some point here, or I think Buckley will overtake Maverick here. And unfortunately for our... Oh, Rath is actually very close here. I almost missed that. But it's unfortunate though for Bush, who is now in last by 30 seconds. Safety car looked like a savior for him, but then he touched the front guy and lost his wing. Look at that. As I said, he's now on the mediums, very close to Maverick. Oh! Got it! He got it! Okay, guys, that was almost another DNF there on the right. And I believe Buckley's pulse or heart rate just rised by 100. Oh, how he kept that out of the wall, that's... I don't know. That was a good save. Norbiak is actually pushing Rath there a bit. Rath is losing touch with Euro. I haven't seen any mistakes from Rath and Euro, so I don't know what's happening here, but I think it's a bit early for 4 laps for the soft to go off. I don't think it's going to happen that early. Or at least I didn't think so. Let's see though. I think... Let's... Wait a minute. Just see here, because... If Norbiak can ace this now, entry, use a bit of power, get it close to him, maybe make Rath compromise his line through here a bit, and then be able to... Oh, there's a safety car. What has happened? I am listed... Oh no. Bush has DNF'd the first sector. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate for Bush. who's looking so good at quali. He qualified. He won. He got a drive-through under the virtual safety car, and ever since that, it's been an uphill battle for Bush. And I think maybe the anger and the what should I call the situation kind of got to him in the end there. It's understandable though. Talk about going from hero to zero in a couple of laps. It's unfortunate for Bush. But anyway, Bush, if you're listening, you did a good effort at quali. That was some serious pace. So let's hope you have a better luck next time, man. Okay, so we have Vicky on Wrath. Wait, Euro pitted? Yeah, he pitted for the mediums. He was smarter. I think Wrath, I think you maybe have done a blunder. You should have pitted as well, Wrath. Vicky, what the hell was that? I have no idea what Vicky just did there, but I just saw him at the wall. It almost looked on purpose. Yeah, Vicky, I think Vicky's out of the run there. He needs to pit now. Unfortunate for him. We started with 13 runners and we're now down to 8. Let's hope that nobody else falls off here. Oh, okay. Vicky needs to pit. Maverick on the soft. Maverick and Wrath are effectively P1, P2, but I believe maybe... I think this is a safety car. If you want a free pit stop and go to the end, maybe on the mediums, I would do it now. Like, I don't care if you lose track position here. Because if you guys stay on the soft, you're gonna lose out big time. I would rather pit now for the mediums. Okay, it's gonna be a double stack. But that's way better than losing 25 seconds outside the safety car because you guys did not pit now. And you will still be on the back of the known player, Norbiak. You see, Norbiak has done the same thing. He's compromised his position to get the better tires, which I think is exactly the right call to do here. I believe maybe we're going to see Wrath and Maverick go in. Wait, Wrath did not go in. That's a surprise. I gotta be honest. I'm surprised by that. I believe that might be a tactical blunder. Even with a hold up, it's only going to be 5 seconds, 6 seconds with the double stack. And that will as well give you the new tires and you would be in the back now. If the safety car comes in now the next lap, the last race is done, I think. Then he needs to fight from all the way back. Maverick actually went on to the hards. I don't think you need the hards. I think the mediums can make it comfortably to the end. But I don't know. I am not on the track. They probably have a way better inside than me about now. But this is like completely shuffled the field though. All Ray as well. I believe maybe he should pit as well because he's on 10 lap all mediums. I'm unsure why he is not pitted yet. Because it's a safety car, it's a free pit stop. Everybody has the opportunity to do a pit right now. I understand like Norbia and I like Buckley is on 6 lap all mediums. And he's like, okay, he is maybe the only guy who has a dilemma here because he's on like almost not worn mediums at all compared to the other guys who's like on maybe half the stint away. I don't know. I for one would do a pit and make sure I have the freshest tires for the last stint. Safety car is a free stop anyway. The safety car is in this lap. That's unfortunate for Wrath. He's gonna have a uphill battle from now on in because everybody else do not need a pit and Wrath's the only one. I think he got a severe collision with the Euro. I think that's an overstatement because I cannot see any damage on Euro's front wing. At least not visible damage. Maverick has ignored yellow flags. I think maybe that is a bullshit like a bug, but we'll find out soon. I think he might be able to get them removed. We'll see after that. Wrath though really needs to ace this restart as we see OIRA spinning on those cold worn mediums in the first turn here. I think Wrath is already under attack from Buckley here, who has to back off. Euro has made a move on Vicky, and I believe maybe Buckley's gonna have the run on Wrath here. Is he gonna make the move stick though? On the inside, on the first turn here. They're side by side. This turns into an inside line for Wrath, who is able to hold Buckley behind for now. Norbeck. I missed that, but he has done an insane race start. You gotta remember, he was last. He was like P7, I think, almost last. And he is now up to P3. What a restart from Norbeck. And he got fresh tires. I'm sorry to say, but I think Norbeck went through that traffic so quick was the nail in the coffin for Wrath's chances of a win today, I think. For now, it's actually looking good for Buckley. And Maverick is actually in the way here. Good in the way of points here. Like I think maybe Maverick, if he's able to keep the pace here, he is on the way for a podium here. That's where his teammate is gonna need to pit. Euro though is getting a good run on Maverick here, down into the last turns here. He's gonna go on the outside. Maverick is giving him the space, and I believe maybe Vicky is trying to follow him through, but he is unable to do so. Norbeck is basically pushing Buckley now through the last sector down on the line here. I believe when Norbeck gets a bit of DRS here, he's not gonna wait for long to pass Buckley here. On a way fresher set of tires than Buckley and Wrath. Those soft on 8 lap old soft, those are really gonna have some pain. This is the pain session for Wrath about now. Excuse me. And I believe also Vicky here has got an amazing run on Maverick. He is unable. He's been pushed wide. Maverick defends well. Norbeck, though, I believe has had a spin. Oh, that's unfortunate for Norbeck. He had a spin in that middle sector. And he is actually now going to be under... he's going to be under pressure from Maverick, actually, now, as he cools off his tires. Oh, Norbeck is really struggling. Maverick is now pushing Norbeck around the last sector. He had to let off the gas, and I believe, actually, Norbeck has actually let them by. Oh, Norbeck has lost his front wing. Oh, this is completely throwing a spanner in the works here for Norbeck. As if maybe saved Wrath. Wrath's able to pit now. As quickly as possible. He's got to utilize this. He's got to pit as quickly as possible. To get the pit stop really done and dusted. And get way ahead of Norbeck, who is struggling now with no front wing in the final sector. Vicky is keeping up in Maverick. Euro, I think, also had a bit of a problem there. Like when I saw Norbeck spin, I think I saw his delta run up as well. I think maybe he's been held up as well. Wrath, though, is actually still out on those softs still. I think he's gonna be losing time now about soon now, because those softs are gonna go off. As you see Buckley on the mediums, they're starting to gain in every corner. It's definitely time for pitting for Wrath now. And Norbeck, the top on the cake here, he got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. I'm gonna do a rundown of the penalties there, I think. Let's see here though. Penalty wise, we have 3-5 for Maverick, which might get removed. 8 for Vicky, 8 for Larry. Norbeck has 5 for the pit lane incident. One of them is 16. He's in the disqualification territory. But Wrath is the only clean guy, and I remember I said earlier that key to winning today is to keep clean. And as far Buckley actually get another 3-second penalty right there as we were talking about it. So by just staying clean here, Wrath can be in for some good points here. But he needs to pit sooner rather than later, because every lap he's on those old worn softs, he's losing time. He's lost 4/10 of Buckley now on this lap alone. And he thinks the better of it. He realizes that now is the time to come in. Maverick, though, is going wide as I say his name. I'm gonna quickly change to someone else. The curse continues. I'm sorry, Maverick. That's my fault. I take that on my... That's my fault. I should not have said your name while we were doing a move there. That's completely on me. I'm sorry. As we go along, Maverick is now promoted to P4 as Wrath is now coming out on the action with the new mediums. As I said, Wrath now would actually be in the position of maybe even Euro. He would have been ahead of Euro now if he had just pitted on the safety car with the stack of his teammate. Ray, though, is actually pushing Wrath around here. And Ray is really launching it up the inside of Wrath. And I believe that was... I'm unsure whose fault that was, but Ray is really pushing it right now. And he's just letting Wrath through. I think he thinks the better of it. An old player with the fastest lap of a 1:25.1. So, an old player has really found the grips on this track now. He's pacey in the back now. Put on the set of softs, and he's just cruising around enjoying himself. Which is exactly what you should do. So it seems like the race kind of have settled a bit now. You see the rundown here. Buckley on P1 with a 4-second lead to Euro. You gotta remember, Buckley has a 6-second time penalty. I believe Euro has a 3. Quickly do this for you guys again. And then we have Vicky in P3 with 8 seconds. Maverick, 5 seconds that I think will be removed. 3 seconds behind Vicky, so as of now, Maverick's on the podium. Especially if that penalty is removed. Rat though, clean, 10 seconds behind Maverick. He had to do a pit stop, and as long as he keep pushing the laps out, he's going to be able, as we see a known player has DNF'd. I think maybe he lost it in turn 11 and 12. He followed many others who have lost their wheels around the 11 and 12 chicane today. Norbiak on the mediums to a 1:24.2. That's a statement. He's really catching up there in the end. Yes, he has to because he lost his wing. Let's see now with Buckley. Okay, the incident was revealed. It was sorted before we got there. Then we all already with 8 seconds and Norbiak with 5. And Norbiak, I believe, with the penalties and all the incident, I think he's had an incident too many. If we see Norbiak on the podium and in the winner today, I will. Then that's an achievement, I presume. We're down to 7 runners now. I'm sorry for leaving this many up. I just want to see the tire. But Buckley, though, I haven't mentioned that, but he is on 11 lap all mediums, as well as all IRA. Those guys need to do another pit stop. We'll promote Maverick to P2. And Wrath to P3, I believe, with Vicky's penalties. Wrath, though, has really... Oh, Vicky's had an accident and Wrath is now up to P4. That's incredible scenes here for Wrath. The Alfa Romeos are really going to have some solid points here today. And I am unsure, but I think, yeah, all IRA is now seeing that, yeah, it's time to pit. I don't have any traction left on these tires. They are gone. So I don't think there's going to be any instance here. I think Vicky both... Oh, it's a double stack for Williams. I think he's going to get held here. Oh, and there's a wing change as well. Oh, this is painful to watch. It's still good points for Williams if they just finish in the positions they are. They don't need to make up. Like, 6 and 7 are still good points. I think 6 is 8 points and 7 is 6. So that's 14 points for the team if they just stay in the positions they are. They just need to not push too much, because I think maybe Norbiak and the guys on top here might be too much. I think maybe they can get Buckley to the pit stop, but you see the double stack, all IRA is 21 seconds behind his teammate. They should have coordinated that, to be honest. Because that, I think, has cost them a lot of time. Okay, so let's follow on it. Buckley, I believe we're going to see going into the pit soon. Euro is actually on the preferred tires, in the preferred position, and hopefully with the preferred pace. Oh no, all I really spun on those softs. And he's going to be lapped now. All that Ray gets lapped here in the first sector. So he's the first car to be lapped. And I believe his teammate, he's way ahead of L.A. Ray is now almost 40 seconds behind his teammate. Euro and Buckley. Buckley on those old mediums are still pacey. He is able to keep up the pace, but it doesn't matter that he keeps up the pace. If he's going to keep up the pace, he's going to need to stretch these to the end. And I am unsure on how the percentage is on 13 lap old mediums, but I can't imagine it's any pleasant experience at all. Because Euro took 4/10 in these last sectors. I think maybe Buckley wants to pit sooner rather than later to get on the set of softs, or he's gonna stretch them to the end, and then it's just highway of pain to the end here for him, I guess, because he's gonna be really struggling here in the dying stages. Wrath is now in P3, but Norbjak only 8 seconds behind Wrath. With the penalties, he is 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 seconds. I believe maybe that is a bit too, that's a gap too wide for 8 laps. And I believe Maverick and Wrath here, if they just ride this in, just keep the pace. Maverick's going to be on for a podium. So is Wrath if Buckley fits, or Vicky has had another spin-off. Oh, that's unfortunate. The Williams are really struggling today, but as I say, it's not about speed at this point because they're out of the run for the high points. They just need to cruise around, enjoy the rest of the race, and bring those 14 points home for the team. That's all they need. Norbeck, though, is a man on a mission. He was looking good. He has gone from last to first almost twice. Almost. I think maybe this will be the third time. So he has been running. That's all I rate DNFs in 11-12. He should have been more careful, as we said. It's easy to lose it there. Now that's him gone. And lost a lot of points. That's half the points for Williams today gone. So that's unfortunate for him. I think I miscalculated the points. It would have been 7. That would have been 10 points. I'm sorry, that's my bad. So now Williams is down to 6 points with Vicky for now. Maverick, though, is just keeping the pace on those hards. Hards are very slow, though. I think maybe Maverick should have gone to the mediums and he would have had an easier time. But let's see. It's still a few laps. The mediums might struggle yet. And Euro is the guy I think we're going to be running along with here, as he is really pushing Buckley around here. As I see Sealy Harvey, can you show telemetry? Show telemetry, show telemetry. I'm not going to show telemetry. So Sealy Harvey, both for the sake of the guys running so that they can't cheat with the stream, and keep the tension up. We don't know. As I saw a bit of a light flashing on Buckley, so I think he's really pushing these old tires. Let's see though. I think Euro's going to just, I can drag him along, and as the tires pop off, I think he's going to make the move under the DRS. I'm sorry, Luminous, but I won't take on the telemetry because it's much more pleasant for the eye to see this, and I don't want people to cheat on stream. I am sorry if that upsets him. I can show the penalties, yes, that I can do. So I said show the telemetry, and I showed the telemetry. Alright. Euro, though, he's now making the move. He has a 3-second penalty, so he doesn't really need to pass Buckley, but I think at this point, Buckley is costing him time. They are banging. Euro just forces his way through. He has to, because I think Buckley is really starting to cost him time here. And he doesn't want Maverick or Wrath to catch him up here. As we see, Euro is now already in the 1 turns here, 5/10 ahead. I don't think Buckley has anything to answer this with, because you gotta remember he's on, I think, in 17 lap old mediums now. I think he's really gonna be struggling in this dying stage. I think now Buckley is in the survival mode stage because he's clearly not gonna pit. Which means he's just going to take pain here on the dying stages of the... But Euro has a moment, which is maybe going to open the door for Buckley if he has... but Euro, that's higher difference. He just gets the traction right back. It is only 6 lap difference though. But those 6 laps, from 10 to 16, those are important laps with wear. At this point, Buckley just... I don't think he has anything to answer with here. But I've been wrong before, so let's see if they prove me wrong again. Let's see, Buckley is actually doing great here. He's getting a great exit off here, and with a bit of, I don't know the DRS levels of this, but it looks like he's really gonna lunge it on the inside here. Euro is braking. Is it a switchback? Yeah, Euro is trying the switchback. Well, actually, Buckley has made the move on Euro here in the last stages. That's actually a great move from Buckley on Euro here. And I believe Euro is keen to get back as soon as possible. Because that was Euro did a mistake on the exit, which cost him the position here. As I see, Wrath and Maverick have switched position. I think Maverick realizes that Wrath is more in pace, and he just let him by. And now it's Maverick's turn to have like the moment that Alonso told Ocon to defend like a lion as Norbiak is closing in on him. Every second that Maverick can now hold up Norbiak, it's gonna make heaps of a difference. It's key, actually, for Wrath to finish in P3. No, it's Maverick spins! Oh, that's unfortunate for Maverick. Oh no, hopefully he didn't get too much damage. Oh no, as he spins again and hits the wall. Ah, it's unfortunate for Maverick. It was looking so good. Such a good race from Maverick. As we see Euro now with the DRS open. Is he gonna lunge it in? He's thinking the better of it, but has he been able to compromise Buckley? He has not. Euro has only compromised himself, so I don't think he's gonna be able to do the moving in down to this turn. Let's see here. He is way too far back, and that means that he's gotta stay behind Buckley for another lap. I think maybe Norbiak here is gonna be it. Like, as I said, Ocon defend like a lion and when Maverick spins. Once again, Maverick, I'm sorry. I'll take that on my bill. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Jinxed it. Let's follow Euro here. Buckley is actually, I'm surprised by Buckley's pace here on 18 lap old mediums. To keep this pace without old tires is nothing short of impressive, to be honest. And as the gap is so big, this is actually the race for the race win here, I believe. The penalties, though, is a difference. As I think Euro now is able to do the move on Buckley. Yeah, he is. The tire difference is starting to come in because I believe Buckley is really going to be struggling in these dying stages here, as well as Buckley has a 3-second time penalty. I think maybe at this point, Buckley should just use Euro to pull him along, just to make sure that Wrath doesn't get within the 6 seconds, which I don't think realistically Wrath is gonna do in 3 laps. But for Wrath though, it's important now to keep Norbiak behind, or fight Norbiak as much as possible, cost Norbiak as much time, because Norbiak needs to pull a 5-second gap on Wrath if he wants to get the podium. But this is actually the fight for the podium here. This is very crucial. Wrath is gonna lose the initial overtake here, and Norbiak is gonna have DRS on the second, because it's a detection point for both corners here. So what's important now is that Wrath really tries to follow Norbiak around. As long as he's been able to do that, he's gonna get the podium. He just needs to follow Norbiak. He doesn't need to overtake him. Just use the power to stay in the DRS. That's all he needs to do. Norbiak is already, I think Norbiak is using a lot of his power here, because he has pulled out a 1.1 second gap in a matter of 3-4 turns here. And that's showing the pace, but Wrath is coming back at Norbiak though. And it's all about now keeping him. Oh, Wrath has lost touch with Norbiak already. Let's follow the battle up front though. First, I think Maverick is actually just going around here. I am unsure what he's doing, but Buckley is able to follow Euro, but he has the 3-second time penalty, as I said. Let's just watch. I think these two are pretty set. I think we see the 1-2, the podium right here. Interesting will be actually Wrath though, because he's been able now to keep within 1.5 seconds in around a lap, which means that it all comes down. It's like if Wrath does a perfect run, it's going to be half a second difference. If he does any mistakes, so we see the light flashing on Norbiak's car, so Wrath just needs to keep that gap down. So it's 1.5 now. Let's see the next time they cross the line what the difference is going to be. As I think Buckley as well has realized that he just needs to follow Euro and use him as a tow truck. Keep ahead of the rest of the guys. Just survive these last laps. It's not really a point of fighting. It's only going to potentially cost him time and potentially Jenna. So it's both of best interests here. Just follow each other along here. Okay, so remember we was going to talk about the gap. On the line, it was a 1.5. It is 2 laps. If this trend follows, Norberg is gonna snitch the P3 from Rath. So Rath really needs to pull something out of the bag, and I think, to be able to keep that place. If you would have been able to hold Norberg for a lap, I think you would have done it. But now Rath really needs to pull something out, because Norberg has pulled out a 2-second gap in the matter of a lap. It doesn't look good for Rath here. I don't think he's going to be able to retain that P3, unfortunately. It was a valiant effort, though. But I think Rath would have been, as I said, if Rath had pitted under that safety car onto the mediums, he would have been fighting the likes of Euro and Buckley right now, and he would have had to guarantee the podium, maybe even the win. But that's, you can always be smart and say, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. You never know. In the moment, you do what you think is right, and I think Rath at the moment thought it was right to stay out. So as we see, I think we're just seeing kind of the end game here now. As we see now, Norberg has pulled out now, soon to be a 5-second gap here on Norberg. No way, on Rath. Cementing his P3, which is insane. Norberg is going to finish P3 after spinning twice, starting from the last. He's gone from last to first 3 times, Norberg. Which is incredible. And he is closing in on the guys ahead as well. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. But, if he didn't spin, he would probably be on for the winning, to be honest. He spawned and lost his wing and drove an entire lap without a wing. Still is finishing P3. That's impressive. I see Buckley though. I think he knows he just needs to be behind Euro, but I think there's a bit of a racer in him that maybe wants this on track. I'm not going to say that for certain. But he is fairly close to Euro at moments. He is on 22 lap old mediums. Those tires gotta be struggling. It's gotta be horrible to drive on. 22 lap old mediums. I thought it was a mistake when I saw him on those old mediums, but he has made it work. And yeah. Go Euro, Fifey, flicking up. Rock with a soft medium hard. Yeah, it's a lot of emotes now in the chat here. Let's see though, I think we're not seeing the fastest. They're gonna run over the line here. These are the top 2 finishers. And it was too much for Rath though. He was not able to get that, to keep that gap to Norberg, unfortunately. As we have a valiant 1-2, and Buckley on 22-year-old lap old mediums have done a valiant effort. Euro wins the race with a Buckley on a solid P2 with a 23 lap old mediums. Norberg with a heroic fighting right to the very, very end is going to cross the line in P3. And Rath also done a valiant effort. Solid points for him as well. On to P4. And Maverick, unfortunately, had a spin, but he as well. Good points for Maverick. And Maverick finishing the race. Yeah, Tilta. Exactly. History is made. And he's done it like twice now. Like, what's going on? It must be the Fanatec privilege, I guess, that we're all talking about all the time. As Euro is throwing out copies of 2021, which everybody's doing because of the amount of bugs we're having. Right. And Euro on the podium here with Buckley P2. So, I'm going to do the rundown here. So, Euro wins the Australian Grand Prix in P1 even with a penalty of 3 seconds. Buckley with a valiant fighting on the 23 lap old mediums on P2. Norberg, though, fought his way from last to first 3 times. That's impressive. And he grabs the fastest lap as well. So you can see why he has done it with a almost a 2-second advantage on the rest of the field. And we have Rath in P4. Even though he didn't pit under the safety car, he still manages to keep the P4. Maverick with a solid amount of points here for the Alfa Romeo team, who finishes 4th and 5th. Then we have Vicky, and then the rest have DNF'd. A lot of casualties in turn 12, and also in the rest. So, I believe maybe that we now are gonna go on to the showroom, because I believe maybe there are gonna be some interviews I think there's gonna be some interviews. Let's just see though. I'm gonna be right back with you. Wait here for it, guys, and I'll be back. Oh, I think I have some interviews for us here now. I'm sorry for you have to wait, but I'm gonna pull Buckley in now, I think. Let's see here. I'm just gonna check that everything's okay here. You can hear them. Let's pull Buckley in. Let's see here. Hello, Buckley.
Hello.
What a race, man!
I mean, it was very intense.
Yeah.
Very,
I thought for sure when you were on that old mediums, when I saw the safety car come in, I was like, I don't know if you made the right call here, but apparently you knew something I didn't, because you were able to stretch those tires for 23 laps and still be on the pace.
I didn't. I was still the same as you. Didn't know what to do. I was like, I haven't dived into the highs. I couldn't go to the mediums. The exhausts were too short, and I didn't have any decent mediums left, so I had to fight for it really and hope for the best.
What kind of percentage were you on the last lap?
I was probably going on 70%.
So it's puncture territory.
It was very close. I managed to get close to
Euro.
I stayed with him. I did have a few penalties, I think, from the safety car. Had a Williams or an Alpine cut me off, and we'll hopefully sort that out in the future date. But to be honest, I thought after I screwed up, I was done for, but I managed to get myself all the way back.
I think there was a lot of incident. Everybody seemed to have some sort of trouble, wing losses, drive-throughs. There were so many changes of the rotation, but it was just you guys, you and Euro, just were. I think you were 15 seconds ahead of the rest when you guys crossed the line.
Yeah.
And when you're with your 6-second penalty, I was saying on stream that, like, it's in your best interest to just use Euro to pull you along with the worn tires and just make sure you're 6 seconds ahead of the guys behind. And that was exactly what you guys did. So,
yeah,
well played.
All right, thank you.
Well, see you in the next one, Buckley. Congratulations on your P2.
Yeah. All right, cheers, thanks.
So, I don't believe there's any more interviews. I'm quickly going to check for you guys before I jump to any conclusions. But it doesn't seem like there is. Well, so I think I'm just going to do the outro because there are no more people who wants to be interviewed. It's Sunday. People are tired. People probably want to relax as Christmas is upon us. Well, so I'm just going to quickly say that we have a lot of open seats now in Division 1 and Division 2. So if you guys want to race around this time on Saturday and Sunday, just come join us. We have the link in the description, both in our Twitch, and our YouTube channel, if you guys are interested. Personally, I think this was a very eventful race. I almost lost my breath all the way through here. So I gotta be honest, this was probably one of the best races I've commentated. There was so much happening all the time. And I was alone, so I couldn't keep up with all the action even. Well, I've enjoyed this one. Hope you've enjoyed it with me. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. Cheers, guys. Have a nice evening and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye.